Hello, this is an update of a compilation video that I uploaded perhaps only a week, 2 weeks ago. The reason I'm doing this update is because there's been a phenomenal growth spurt. The reason I did the last update was because there'd been a growth spurt. The reason I'm doing this one is because there's been a phenomenal growth spurt. I've never seen anything like it. Hey, growing potatoes in summer rather than starting them in spring, start them in summer. This might be the way to go. Of course, it's weather dependent, and the weather's been playing its part, I think, in the growth of these potatoes. I'm fairly sure it has. It's the middle of summer here at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom, and I've been planting potatoes. Yeah, you heard me correctly. It's the middle of summer and I've been planting potatoes. Why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to get 2 crops of vegetables from the same soil, in the same buckets, in the same year. Potatoes have already grown in this mix, and now I'm trying to grow a second crop. So these potatoes will need to grow through the remainder of summer, through into autumn, and possibly through into winter. Now let me show you some screen grabs from previous videos, and then we'll check these potatoes out. I've never seen potatoes grow as quickly as these before, and I think the secret is that they've been planted in a warmer month. Normally, if you're a gardener like me, you'll know you can't wait to get your early potatoes in, and generally you plant them too soon, and it's a bit too cool really, and they don't start off very fast, they don't grow very fast, and then of course they pick up as the weather warms up. But these potatoes were planted in a warm month, and so they've really taken off. We'll have a look at them in a minute. I've got them standing behind the greenhouse. I'll need to relocate the camera. But what I want to do is, I want to take you to some screen grabs from previous videos that will show you the progress that these potatoes have made in just 4 short weeks. When I show you these potatoes, bear in mind that they were only put in these buckets 4 weeks ago. Right, check out these screen grabs. So the potatoes went from this to this. Then they went to this. Then the potatoes went to this. And finally, the potatoes went to this. Right, let's go and have a look at those potatoes. These potatoes only went in these buckets about 4 weeks ago. It's unbelievable. I mean, these plants now are standing about 1 foot tall. I've tucked them in here behind the greenhouse just to keep them out of the wind, and the plan of attack is this. They'll stay out here as long as the weather's warm enough for them, and as we leave summer and move through autumn and it starts to get colder, I'll be moving tomatoes and cucumbers out of the greenhouse. That'll create some space, and once it gets too cold for these guys to be outdoors, I'll move them into my polycarbonate greenhouse, and that's where they'll grow into maturity. And then whenever they're ready, we'll turn the buckets out. I suspect it might be in autumn fingers crossed we might get them as far as winter, but I've no faith in that really. I think it'll just get too cold and too dark for them. But I'd really like to get them through into autumn. I'd really like to harvest a respectable crop of quality potatoes from these 6 buckets, but only time will tell. Now if you're a subscriber, you'll see the delivery, because I will upload a video at the time. If you're not a subscriber, hey, why not? If you want to see how this turns out, you should subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon. When the video is uploaded, you'll be told about it. Then you can watch the delivery. Win or lose, when I turn these guys out, I will be posting a video. And if you're a subscriber to my channel, you'll see that delivery. How good is that? Yeah, you'll see that delivery. Win or lose, I'll put that delivery up on the channel. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. I enjoyed the wood pigeon earlier in the video, singing to us. Yeah, I enjoyed the wood pigeon. Okay, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Catch you next time. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out. I've got my measuring stick. Let's go and have a look at them. Come on, Meg. I gave you the first look at these potatoes behind the greenhouse 10 days ago. I think they're only about a foot tall then. These potatoes only went in these buckets about 4 weeks ago. It's unbelievable. I mean, these plants now are standing about a foot tall. And they've really taken off. But that's been eclipsed by the growth in the last 10 days. It's phenomenal. I mean, the weather's phenomenal as well. We've had a lot of sunshine, a lot of warm weather. These potatoes are loving it. I'm struggling to water the buckets because there's that much top growth. I can't see the bucket. And I daren't move them out because as soon as I do, we'll get a wind, it'll flatten them. So they've got to stay where they are for the time being. Now, how tall are these things? How much have they grown in those 10 days? Well, let's put my measuring stick in. This is it. We're going to sit it on top of the soil in the bucket. Hold on. Make sure we get it on the soil. Yeah, definitely on the soil. So we're on the soil in the bucket now. How tall do you think they are? Ha! Check this out. Whoa! Hee hee! 3 foot. They've grown 2 foot in 10 days. It's unbelievable. These are the flowers just starting to form. I think there's one down there you might be able to see. They've grown 2 foot in 10 days. That's unheard of. And I must say, they do look really healthy. They do look lush. I mean, the foliage, there isn't a mark on it. It's spotless and so green. Wow, I hope I can get these across the finish line. Now, what I will say, and in fact, it's more a question than a statement. We've got flowers on these now. Have we got potatoes in the buckets? What do you reckon? Apparently, once the flowers start to set, it's an indication that there's small potatoes in there. But I ain't turning them out. Have you ever turned any buckets out where there's been potatoes on the plant? Let's start that one again. Have you ever turned any buckets out where there's been flowers on the potato plant and found potatoes in the bucket? Have you ever done that? Sounds too early to me. I mean, it's not something I'm planning on doing. but I'm led to believe that when there's flowers on the potato plant, there's probably small potatoes in the bucket. Hey, how good is that? How good is that? Well, fingers crossed. I hope I can keep these guys going. I hope I can get that second crop out of this bucket, and I hope it's a respectable crop, and I hope there's quality. I hope the quality of the potatoes is as high as the quality of these plants that I'm looking at now. But we move into autumn in a week or so's time. Things should start to cool down, whether they will or not. Days will get shorter. But hey, we've made a good start. I'm really happy with this. I really am. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget what I said earlier in the video about subscribing, about hitting the bell notification icon. And hey, if you want to share this video with friends, there's a share button. Just hit it. Share it by all means. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.